Just sick after that loss because each half, I thought the defense in the first half gave us a chance. The offense had those 4 possessions that didn't generate any offense and give us a chance there to take a lead, take a tie into halftime, and then second half offense came out. I thought played well, and defense just couldn't quite get off the field. So when we talk about complementary football, that's what we're talking about, and it wasn't overall good enough. You see pieces that we can lean into and continue to grow, but losing this game on the road, there's no consolation there. We expected to win. I thought we should have won the game. Credit to them. They did all the things that they needed to do to get this win, and we came up short, and that's just a cumulative team effort over the course of the game.
Zac, how much of the early struggles offensively was just getting used to being out there, his first time playing? Do you account some of that to that?
I don't want to put it there. I thought he was definitely ready as he came in the game, and just part of it is you hear me say a lot, getting that first down and getting a flow there, and we went three and outs in those first 4 drives. And I think before the half, that certainly gave us some confidence, even though we came up with no points. We got into a rhythm. We found some things in the pass game. We were able to complement it with the run game. So we felt coming into halftime, the defense had done enough to keep us in that game. We knew getting the ball to start the half, we were going to have a shot there. And so I definitely think we walked into halftime with some confidence, as lousy it is to say that with 0 points on the board. But that was the truth, and you definitely saw that coming out in the second half there.
What was the key to rhythm to start that second?
Well, just, again, getting the first down. And felt like we had a good plan coming out, good flow. We were able to get some of the stuff we wanted to get to early in the game. We just didn't have any plays. We had really no normal down plays, it felt like, maybe 4 or 5. So you don't get a chance. All that stuff you game plan, you're ready for. You can't access it until you get that first down and get into a flow. In the second half, we were able to do that a little bit more, and the guys were feeling it. They came off the ball, and they played well for us.
What enabled you to get that first down in the second half?
What's that?
What enabled you guys to get that first down?
I don't even remember what the first play was that got us there, but we felt like coming out we had a good plan that we'd worked on all week, and guys executed it.
Similar to last week, do you feel like on defense the tackling stuff in space showed up?
I think that'll show, when we watch the tape, to my eye, I noticed, I don't know how many, but you notice some. And, Critics Group, they got a good offense. They attack you in a lot of different ways. They got physical runners. And certainly as we watch the tape, we'll see if that's something we got to do a much better job of.
What went into going with Barrett this week?
I think that says more about Barrett than anything else. Barrett has just been an ascending player. And it's time to see what he can do, in a full-time role. And, we've given him bits and pieces over time, and it's just time to throw him in the fire, let him go. And Logan still got his role he'll play. I got a lot of confidence in Logan as well. But this was just more about giving Barrett an opportunity to see how much potential we can get out of him as the season gets going.
Do you feel like he was ready for it?
He was definitely ready for it, yeah. I mean, obviously I can't assess the play right now without seeing it, but his mindset has always been one that I've believed in, and I thought he had a great mentality all week, and then obviously we'll assess the tape and see how it went.
On that opening drive, that you scored in the second half, you guys, after the team went down just short of the goal line, you rushed the goal
Yeah.
line. Was that a matchup thing where you tried to get them, not let them sub, or?
Yeah, you're on the in-yard line, you're just trying to hammer it in there, and wherever we had the false start on the right edge somewhere, obviously took us back. That's not what we want.
You got update on Trey Hendrickson. And like I said,
I think Trey was a back contusion, and Gesicki was a pec. I don't know how serious either one of them are.
What was your overall thoughts on Joe's first game?
I thought certainly he had a lot of confidence, got into a rhythm. I mean, there's time when you get in those games where you're having to throw the ball there at the end to get back in it. It's not all stuff that's on the call sheet. I mean, we're having to ad-lib a little bit as you're exploring how they're playing our guys. You have to adjust as the game goes. I thought he did an unbelievable job handling that. Just a description of a play at times, and he just made it work and found ways to get it balls to our guys, and he knows where to find Jamar and T. And whether they were single covered or double covered, he gave them a chance, and it paid off for us.
do you think that was maybe helped to find that rhythm in the second half?
Well, no, that wasn't that. I'm not talking about the end of the game. No, I thought, plenty of our stuff we worked on all week, we executed well, and then when you just get in a pass fest and you're trying to get your star guys the ball and you're having to adjust to how they're playing, there's some things not complicated things, but things maybe, we didn't rep during the week, and I thought he did a great job of handling it.
So it's 5 days from trade to start. Are you encouraged by the chemistry that
Yeah.
started to develop in the second half?
I think you have to be. I mean, we're disappointed we didn't win the game. We didn't come here to lose the game. We came in here with enough to win, and I think if we'd done a better job complimenting each other, better job with the field position battle, we would have given ourselves a much better opportunity. Turnovers, 1-0. Penalties, we had 3. I mean, a lot of things we came in here and said we're going to have to do to win the game. We did, and we just, again, it was too little in each half by each unit there.
How big of a moment was it at the end of the first half? Could it have been had Fleur not called timeout?
Well, yeah, it would have been great if he hadn't called timeout. And I mean, it's obviously for us to have the confidence for having to kick a 67-yarder. I don't know where that ran. I don't know if that's the longest. I have no idea. But he made it, so clearly he can make it. And just came up a little short on the next one.
It seemed like Joe did a nice job on the final drive of feeding Jamar, for lack of a better term, and
Yeah.
giving Jamar a shot to make it.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. He did a great job with the protections. Did a great job handling the whole offense, and that's a credit to him. And it's you can't just walk in there with nothing, and go into Lambeau and expect to beat the Green Bay Packers with nothing. So we tried to find ways to get as much in as we could, and we were able to do that because the confidence that he really gave us each day that passed, as he recited the play calls in meetings and in practice, he was handling it all. And I know he's played a lot of ball, but it doesn't matter. When you go in here and you're learning a new offense and new receivers, and Jamar really was limited, 2 of the days this week, and that's to go out there and have that sort of connection is pretty impressive.
Were you feeling really animated?
In these first halves, is there a common thread that you have been concerned about most of why they are? I know they're all different in their own way. Is there
Yeah.
a common thread here that has you most concerned?
I think that's the best way to say it. Is it's hard to say there's a common thread. The common thread is we're not scoring and we're not moving the ball well enough. To say that each game has been the same is not true. One game was turnovers, another game was penalties. This one we just lacked rhythm early on, and just got to find a way to start faster there. Go ahead, Jeff.
Just about as animated as I've seen you after the 2-pointer. And
Well, we had hope. We expected to win the game, and you come here in Lambeau and you put pressure on them. You go for 2, make it down 6, and now they got pressure on them. And so I think it just gave our team some energy, gave me confidence that we were going to win the game. When that stuff happens for us, you feel like we're going to go win. And so I think that's just frustrated right now because we weren't able to pull it out, and these guys deserve that. This is a team. I know we've lost several games in a row now. You don't feel that, and I mean this as a positive thing. These guys expect to win. They believe in each other. We are going to break through, and we are going to be in the thick of this thing, and we are going to find some wins, and we're going to hang tight together, and it's going to come sooner rather than later. I can promise you that. And you just know, just looking at these guys and what they're made of, and the lack of finger pointing and the accountability they've all had, and the confidence they still have in each other. We just had a tough stretch, and we haven't created the plays that we need to create to win the game. But I've been around long enough to know that we have the ingredients, and we're going to figure it out, and we're going to find a way to be right in the thick of this thing when it matters most.
Well, obviously, 96 hours or so. What was your message?
You don't have a lot of time to lick your wounds here. It's more of a mental week this week, but what a tremendous opportunity. Look at where our division's at. What a tremendous opportunity to go get the team that's leading it right now. And our first opportunity at home in prime time. They got a short week. We got a short week. And so it's a fair playing field, and they're going to come in here with a lot of confidence, obviously, the way that they've won their games. And we're going to find a way to get up for it and do everything we can to find a win.
Do you think that second half will carry, or can potentially carry over to Thursday?
Yeah, I think it's got more of a chance to do that than not. When you've got confidence. I'm careful because we didn't do enough to win there, but there is confidence on offense with Joe just showing up that we can continue to play off that. It'll be entirely new defense, different structure, and again, we just got to come together as a team and figure it out and find a way to win.
Zach, can we get your thoughts on 2 specific players? Well, Jamar's touchdown, what did you think of that? And it seemed like this might have been DJ Turner's maybe
Yeah,
game.
I thought DJ showed up big time. Thought he made a lot of plays on the ball. He operates with a lot of confidence. He practices hard. It's important to him. I've seen a lot of leadership qualities from him. And so I was excited to see DJ. I'm not surprised. I was excited, not surprised, that he did a great job getting his hands some balls, and he was there in some key moments. Jamar's touchdown catch is unbelievable. You know, it's really I can't even tell you the description of the route we ran there, because that was one of those, here's what he's going to do and let's do it, and I'll see how it played out. I know they had, you know, tight coverage underneath and the safety leaning over the top, and Joe gave him a chance, and somehow Jamar just found a way to make a huge play for us that again, gave us a lot of energy and gave us a chance.
Obviously, it's
Fourth down.
a lot of aspirations coming to the year, still seems to be that. How do you
Yeah.
balance, given maybe taking a silver lining, so to speak, knowing what you guys ultimately want?
Yeah, I'm careful with the silver lining because our expectation is not to be in the spot we're in right now, but it's where we are, and so we have to continue to move forward. And the way it's shaken out, we're still right there with a perfect opportunity in front of us. So our guys understand that. You don't have to. I don't feel like I got to tiptoe around how I say everything. Hey, we've lost several games in a row, and we're still a good team. I don't feel like you have to tiptoe. You don't have to treat them like that. They understand. They know what we have. I know it's probably dark outside the building, but they don't really feel that. I think there's a lot of confidence here that we're the team that we set out to be in training camp in the off season, and we're going to find those opportunities, and we'll be right there when it matters most.
Give an update on Marius.
I don't have an update on Marius. No. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.